Welcome to Dinxko FM, your favorite podcast for individual and business growth. In this episode, we're talking about setbacks, not just the kind that knock you down, but the kind that teach you something important if you're willing to pay attention. We've all had moments where things just didn't go to plan. Maybe you applied for a new role and didn't get it. Maybe you launched a project that flopped, or perhaps a relationship or opportunity you were counting on suddenly ended. It's easy to feel stuck or discouraged. But here's the thing. You can choose how to respond. You can choose to see these moments not as the end but as a pivot point. A chance to think again, breathe again, and grow again. Let's talk about how you can do that, and why it might be the best decision you make for your personal growth. The first step is changing how you see setbacks. So tempting to label them as failure. But what if they're not failure at all? What if they're feedback? Think of it like this. If you touched a hot stove, you wouldn't call it failure, you'd call it information. That heat told you something valuable. Don't do that again. Setbacks in life are the same. They give you real, raw information. Maybe you need to slow down. Maybe you need better boundaries. Or maybe your goal was right, but your approach wasn't. When you stop beating yourself up and start asking, "What is this showing me?" everything changes. You give yourself space to learn instead of spiral. You move from "why did this happen to me?" to "what can I learn from this?" Once you've paused to reflect, the next step is to pull out the lesson. This part is powerful because it turns pain into progress. Ask yourself, what was I hoping for? What went wrong? What could I do differently next time? For example, maybe you burned out because you said yes to too many things. Or maybe a friendship ended because you didn't speak up about how you were feeling. These aren't just painful. They're useful. They give you clues about what matters to you, what you need, and where you might need to grow. Even small things like getting harsh feedback on a report can teach you something. It might push you to ask for help or to build new skills. If you stay curious and honest, you'll find gold in even the toughest moments. Now that you've gathered your insights, it's time to move forward with strategy. Not blind optimism, not pretending the setback didn't happen, but real thoughtful action based on what you now know. This is where your power is. If you tried something and it didn't work, don't just do it again and hope for a different result. Adjust. Maybe that means setting smaller goals or asking a mentor to guide you. Maybe it means blocking time in your week for reflection so you don't miss the early signs of stress. One listener shared how losing a job pushed her to finally start her own business. Another said a messy breakup helped him realize he was hiding from hard conversations. When you take the lesson and make it part of your plan, you don't just survive the setback. You grow from it. So as we wrap up, remember this. Every setback carries a lesson. Some are loud and obvious. Others are quiet and slow to unfold. But they're all valuable and they all count. You don't have to rush through the hard stuff. You don't have to pretend it didn't hurt. But you can choose to listen to what it's trying to teach you. And when you do that, you turn a painful moment into a powerful turning point. You build resilience. You make smarter decisions. And you move forward with clarity and strength. Keep growing. Keep learning. And know that you're not alone on this journey. You're building something real, and setbacks are simply part of that story. That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. You'll get notified of new episodes every week. To find out more about our coaching services or get in touch with our team, use the link in the description or visit dinxkoconsulting.co.za.